welcome back to Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. I'm really happy to showcase this style today. This was a really big hit with me and I was pleasantly surprised when I received it. It's just a beautiful little layered bob cut, perfect for summer. This is Tressallure Karla. I'll give you the full rundown, outside looks and styling coming up. Karla is a beautifully shaped, short layered bob style cut by Tressallure. Let's take a look at this color first though, because this color is partly why I love this style so much. It has a lot going on and I love this variation. This is dark amber highlight. Now dark amber highlight is a medium to dark auburn. It has some lighter auburn in there and then it's heavily highlighted with a pale ash blonde. It almost looks like frost all around the face. It is sort of centered around the face and the top, not so much in the back. All of that is on a dark brown root, and that rooting blends very, very nicely into this color. It's more obvious with the darker brown at the nape. Now I have seen this color before, but not quite in this way. This, I don't know if this is an anomaly or if every Karla has this color distribution for dark amber highlight, but let's take a look. So right here you're going to see the Tressallure's AVERY in dark amber highlight, and you notice that it does have the similar medium auburns and a lighter auburn there. It has just a few strands of the pale like ash blonde around the face, but it's not quite as distributed quite as heavily as it is on this one. So this is kind of the gamut that you can see on the color distribution of the dark amber highlight. I think your base color is going to be the same on all of them, but the amount of ash blonde highlighting that you get can probably vary from style to style. It's so classy and put together. So it's one of those layered bob styles, but it does have some really nice fringe. So we're talking about 5.5 inch fringe right there at the front. That's going to strike me just below the cheekbone. And then in the back there's a 5.5 inch crown. Then that tapers down to a 2.5 inch nape. So there's a nice little poofy profile in the back. And the nape being 2.5 inches, this 2.5 inch nape does seem to stretch down a little bit farther than a lot of other 2.5 inch napes that I have seen and experienced. So it does really give some very nice coverage in the back, and all you have to do is kind of scoop it around the ear, and it does a nice job of covering. Now for my favorite. This wig contains a full temple to temple lace front and lace part on the left. Let's take a look. This is done so well. So it does run temple to temple. The knotting is very fine. They do run the highlight right up to the lace front on this particular color. And then you do have that lace part that comes back nearly to the crown. Very realistic looking. It's a one-piece unit, and I'll show that to you when we get to that segment. The fibers are super fine and dry. A lot of Tressallure's fibers you will see are very fine and dry. There's very little body to these fibers. That's very consistent though with this style. So it's not real impressionable. In other words, you're not going to be able to make it stay. You're not going to be able to move it around and make it stay. Although it does have a nice contour right off of the front. This is right out of the box. I've used no heat, I've used no product, I have done no styling. Now there is some permatease on this style all around that monofilament part. It's not heavy permatease, but it is enough just to keep that top and crown lifted, which also lends to the beauty and the shape of the style. There's very little permatease here at the temple, very little to none at the back, and none at the nape. So it's all very strategically done. And I don't think you're going to get huge volume because, like I said, there's not a lot of body in the fibers and there's not a ton of permatease. But it is just the perfect amount of lift, a nice feathery movement to the fibers. This is just an average kind of density. It's not overly thick. So you'll notice that there's a lot of bright morning sun out there today. It really picks up on the highlights. Such great movement on these fibers. Beautiful profile. Very realistic all the way around. Here's a look at the exquisite cap of this Carla by Tressallure. There is your nicely contoured, highly extended lace front, monofilament lace, that does run back into a long monofilament part on the left. It has a very wide mouth, very ideal for styling and realism. Some closed rose lace and permatease there. Very heavily wefted, nice coverage. There's a closed velvet ear tab, nice sturdy stays. An extended velvet nape with Velcro adjusters. Now this is average size right out of the box. It does seem to have quite a bit of stretch. I did have to cinch it in just slightly to accommodate a petite average circumference. I have just as much fun styling a short style like this as I do some of my longer styles, especially with these monofilament lace features. It really just gives a nice realistic touch to the style. And these are my reader glasses. They're called the Sophie at readers.com. And just remember that readers.com does offer my audience a promo code of TAZS35 that will get you 35% off your total order. I do not earn commission. It's just a nice way to thank my viewers. The glasses fit beautifully between the ear and the ear tab. There's very little permatease. It's more of a slimmer profile. Thanks again for joining me for a look at Tressallure's Carla in the color Dark Amber Highlight. Be sure to look below for the links to this style at Wig Studio One to see all of the available colors on this style. We'll see you next time on Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One.